Okay, so I put her in a little play gym so she can calm down because I guess she just did not like it in the chair. I guess that was the issue. The issue was the chair. She did not like that. She wanted to be out and about and not in a freaking chair. Never mind, it was not the chair, it's anything.
Hey guys, I'm Adriana and welcome to a very real day in my life with a 4-month-old baby who happens to be my daughter Amelia.
I was actually able to wake up before Amelia, which, I'm not gonna lie, does not happen very often. She woke up, but I gave her dummy and she pretty much fell back asleep. I don't know if you heard that, but she actually woke up. I could hear that she wasn't really that fussy, so I thought I could rush and maybe try to finish my makeup, but as you can see, that didn't go as planned.
My baby came on scream mode. I don't know how to turn her off. I mean, she stopped now, but trust me, when her mouth opens, she screams. She doesn't talk, she only screams. I'm like 95% sure you've not drank enough water today because almost no one does, so go get to drinking.
If you haven't heard of the doggy pad trick, now you know.
Hey, no me le falten unas cosas. I'm actually so happy because she actually had a rash, a butt rash, but it looks like it's pretty much gone. Like it looks like her butt's pretty much cured, so I'm very happy with that. We use this butt paste, by the way. It is the best. We put Vaseline on her top bits. We used to buy it in bulk off Amazon, but then I noticed that Walmart also sells them, and depending on the season, sometimes it's cheaper at Walmart than Amazon. See? Ahora ponértelo. Ponértelo.
I use Huckleberry to log Amelia's sleep and feeds, and honestly, if it wasn't for Huckleberry, I think I'd be so lost in this whole mom thing.
Maybe that's what they say, they're finding their voice and she likes to scream. That's her voice. ¿Qué muchita? ¿Todo bien? Jesus Christ. ¿Está bien? She needs a new bib, it's that wet. So I put her in a little bouncer, that way she's upright since I just finished feeding her, and hopefully I can finish doing my makeup. Oh, sorry. That is so not ladylike. I'm used to her doing it all the time. So right now, her wake windows are like an hour and a half to about 2 hours, and then she pretty much needs to be put to sleep. To be entirely honest, most of the time it's like an hour and a half. If you keep her up for longer, she starts to want to fight you. I'm not even kidding. She starts to yell at you and she gets real aggressive. It's scary. It's funny because whenever like I know it's been like a little bit and I'm like, okay, she's getting on. My boyfriend's like, why are you acting like you're scared of her? I'm like, because I am. You don't understand. She's a ticking time bomb. Like she's all happy and like everything's great now. But things can go wrong in 1 second, and then she'll be screaming, and it'll hurt, and then I won't be able to do anything about it, because she's just gonna scream uncontrollably. And it won't be like that, it'll be a lot worse than that. Okay, I think we're gonna attempt to get these lashes on, so wish us good luck. ¿Qué pasa, mi amor? ¿Qué pasa? Okay, so I put her in a little play gym so she can calm down because I guess she just did not like it in the chair. I guess that was the issue. The issue was the chair. She did not like that. She wanted to be out and about and not in a freaking chair. Never mind, it was not the chair, it's anything. In case y'all were wondering, she put herself in this position. Now she's upset that she's in it, I think. Let's see. She keeps trying to roll over. She's a little psycho. Right now?
I've actually been able to train Amelia to fall asleep awake, so we have a very specific sleep routine every time I'm gonna put her down. I turn off all the lights, I turn turn on the hatch machine, I make sure she has her pacifier in, I make sure she has her sleep sack on, and I put her in bed, and she pretty much knows exactly what to do.
Babies do this thing where they sleep in sleep cycles of like 30 to 45 minutes. She will more than likely at 45 minutes wake up and then need me to soothe her back to sleep. Normally what I do is I just give her dummy and she pretty much goes back to sleep. Sometimes though, she does fidget, like she does move a lot, like back and forth. When I put her dummy in, she'll actually grab my arm and like hold it, which is cute. But the thing is, she kind of has me hostage and I can't leave. And she won't fall asleep from there. Because I swear that I've like laid with her like that for a while, and I feel like when I do that, she doesn't fall asleep because she's kind of like too fixated on me or just thinking about me or whatever maybe. So I've noticed that when I put her in, I let her like hold me for like a couple seconds, and then I like go. She pretty much can on her own go back to sleep. She might like make like a little cry, not cry like angry cry. She might cry like, you know, like a little sad like cry, just a tiny little cry, and then she'll go back to sleep. So that's been working. But there are times when it's a little bit harder and I have to really work to put her back to sleep, and I have to go around 5 times to give her dummy. But it works. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. Everyone talks about 4-month sleep regression, but no one talks about the 4-month everything else. When they're 4 months, they're so conscious. They're so cautious. They're actually aware that they are alive and that you exist and that you are capable of leaving them and coming back to them. So whenever you leave, they cry because they'd rather you be there. Why would they want you to leave? Of course. And then when you lay them on the ground, or you know, like on a play mat or just anywhere, even on the bed, you can lay her anywhere. You can put her in a little play, like a little bouncy chair. She will cry. Why? Because she's like, why are you setting me down? I thought you could hold me. Like, why would you, if you can hold me, why would you set me down? But at least mine, when I hold her, she is too not impatient, too ADHD, I guess, where she just wants to move around. She then starts getting angry because she's like, put me down. I want to be doing stuff. I want to be grabbing this. I want to be grabbing that. I want to sit. I don't want to be held all day. Because I swear when I grab her, she's like trying to reach at stuff the entire time. And she's so heavy and she's so strong. But also when you grab her, if you're like drinking water, I was drinking like just a regular water bottle the other day, and she freaking she didn't slap it out of my hand, she pushed it out of my face and a little spilt, and I was like, okay, thanks, appreciate it, that was very nice of you. I mean, obviously the sleep isn't the best, but the sleep not being the best is honestly not the biggest problem. She's moving. I see her moving. Guys, she's moving.
As you can see, this girl looks like she is wide awake, and it has only been 45 minutes. That is exactly 1 sleep cycle, by the way.
She's literally grabbing her dummy and taking it out of her mouth. But then will cry if her dummy falls out of her mouth. I don't know what to say. It's times like this when you don't even want to record. Things just aren't going well, as you can hear. It seems like she's awake, but it's been 45 minutes and she's not slept enough, and I know that for a fact. I really don't know what to do. This is stressful. She had calmed down for a bit, but she's at it again. We're gonna attempt this one more time.
Y'all, I actually done celebrated too hard. I almost woke my baby up.
She's awake again.
As you can see, she was actually able to fall back asleep.
She's woken up again. I don't know. This must be like a 4-month sleep regression because I don't know what the hell's going on. I was just about to get started washing the dishes.
I've been with her probably for like 15 minutes and she's not gone back to sleep, so we're just gonna call it a nap. I'm basically entering it into Huckleberry. You know what's funny? I ended the nap now, but technically speaking, she's not been sleeping for like probably longer than 20 minutes. The reason I do that is because I've noticed that her awake window doesn't really start till she's actually up. I don't really count that time because it's not like now, oh, we'll only have like an hour now. No. She'll still be up for like an hour and a half, if not longer, so we'll see. Oh my God, ¿qué te pasó en la cara? Oh my God, what has this girl done to her face? No puede ser. ¿Qué tú hiciste, mi amor? ¿Qué tú hiciste? ¿Qué tienes en la cara? ¿Qué es esto? I'm just so confused by what it is. The reason I'm so confused right now is because when we saw her last, she did not have this on her face. I thought maybe she scratched herself, but now that I'm looking closely, where it's red, it looks like there's a slight, tiny bump. So I'm really confused because I don't, like, do you see that? Like, what is that? There's a little tiny, because I can feel it. I can feel there's a bump here, I can feel there's a bump here. You actually don't really feel a bump there. That you feel there. You feel here. Has something been biting you? I think something's been biting you. Maybe that's why you woke up. Because this looks like it hurt. It doesn't look like it was you. Maybe it was a mosquito. That's what I'm hoping it was, and I'm hoping it's gone away. I'm hoping that we don't deal with that, because that is terrifying. Could you imagine having bed bugs? What the hell? But then I would have them. I don't understand. We co-sleep just because we don't have the space to honestly have a whole other bed in here. That seems like way too much. She's actually too big for her bassinet. We have a bassinet in the other house, and she is actually too big. Like, no joke. She scratches at the sides. That's all she does the entire night, which is why we've been sleeping here. Because sleeping over there means that she is not going to get good sleep because she's going to be cautious that she is in this tiny little bassinet and she's not happy about it. The funny part is the bassinet's actually pretty big. To be entirely honest, she should sleep in there fine, but you know what she likes to do? She likes to put both her arms, like, you know, like this? She likes to do this and this at the same time and scratch at the sides, which is not good for her or for the bassinet. For that? See. Co-sleeping is actually not recommended by many pediatricians for the risk of SIDS. At the end of the day, you do what you think is best with your baby, and I do what I think is best with my baby. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, mi amor? ¿Qué pasó? Ah, sí. She's also very strong, so I feel more than comfortable knowing that if something were to happen, like if she were to roll over on her stomach, I know that she's gonna be fine because she can get herself out of it. So what is this? Third diaper change of the day? ¿Cómo te está, mi amor? ¿Todo bien? ¿Todo bien? Ay, mi amor, tú eres tan bella. Yo te quiero con todo el corazón. We only have like 5.5 ounces. So I'm warming up the 5.5 ounces there, but now I've got to make some more milk. Meringue and bachata. ¿Qué pasa? Mi amor, cálmate, por favor. Oh my God. She's doing that thing again where I put her on her back, but she rolls on her stomach, but then is upset that she's on her stomach. Hey Siri, turn off the music. Amelia, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? So do you care to tell everyone why it is that you are yelling? Explain yourself. Why are you yelling? Is there a reason? Are you hungry? Are you upset? What are you looking at? The dishes that need to be cleaned that I didn't get to clean. I hold her, she stops crying. But it's like you can't hold her all day. That's not like livable. Is it?
Please make sure to close this part of it. And I am not kidding with you. I have not done that too many times and it has spilt one too many times. And you know what it's like getting mess everywhere? It is not a fun experience. Now we're gonna move her actually to a different room because it's loud. She doesn't like cry or anything, but I just know it's not like this is like good for the ears, so.
Vamos, la vamos, la vamos.
Okay, is it closed? Okay. Second. You heard that, right? It was a second. The second I left, you knew I left. Does anyone else's baby do this?
I don't know what to tell you, this has been rough.
She's got me. She's got me good.
Cuéntale a todo el mundo. Dile por qué tú estás enojada. Dile, yo quiero más comida. Dile, yo quiero que mamá me dé más comida. Yo quiero carne.
So you know what we're gonna do to make things interesting? Since she's all hungry, well, she wants to act like she's hungry, I'm gonna feed her some peas. Because you saw, I just fed her like 8.5 ounces of thick milk and she was still crying. To be fair, because it's a bit foamy, maybe it was like 8 ounces instead of 8.5, but that's still a lot.
Ay, no. No. Mi cara lo hiciste.
Does anyone else kiss their baby's chin? It is the cutest thing ever. It's just so soft. I love her chin. I love it. I just love feeling it. And her cheeks, I love feeling all of her.
Te amo. Te amo.
I think I've got like a good little amount. So I actually bought these spoons that are exactly for this. So can you see that? Can you see how... Can you see how it's a bit white and it's supposed to be orange? That means it's too hot.
¿Te gusta? Sí, qué rico la comida. No con esos dedos. Amelia, ¿qué haces? Así no se come, así no se come.
I want to clean her up, but the thing is, I know that if I clean her up, she's going to do this. She's going to cry because she's not feeling food go in her mouth, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm a slave. She wants more, bro.
¿Sí? ¿Te gusta? Sí. Aquí va la comida. Ahí va la comida. Sí, qué rico, qué rico.
This banana was about the first thing I ate all day, and I swear it was like 2 p.m. already. We used the Dr. Brown's bottle sterilizer. I swear it's like baby sense when you're finally starting to get stuff done. They just need to start waking up, don't they? Having a baby is just like being on a roller coaster of emotions. So as you can tell, she woke up, I put her dummy in, it looks like she fell back asleep, and then it looks like she woke up again because she fell back asleep. So luckily, it looks like I finally got to make my food. Ladies and gentlemen, we are calorie counting because we have fitness goals. My avocado!
So I have not finished eating. You can tell here. It is about 4 p.m. She slept almost 2 hours, so I think she's up. And if you're wondering, Adriana, you had more than enough time to make breakfast. I can only use one appliance at a time because this studio does not handle that much electricity. So since we have like the AC unit running, we can only have like the air fryer or the cooker or the microwave. So I only could do one thing at a time. I had to wait. And I would also sterilize the bottles, which I realized, and now it's finishing up drying. But yeah, so things are a little bit complicated around here. It's not that simple. If I could do everything at once, trust me, I would.
I forgot I put Vaseline on her and I was like, why is she all wet? It's the Vaseline. It just looks like she's wet.
Ahí tienes tu diente. Sí, ahí está tu diente. Míralo.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but she's got her tooth right there. She's using it to munch on things. So luckily, she's actually sitting pretty content, so I can finish eating my food. This is cold, honestly. Like, this is like rock hard cold. We need to take the avocado sandwich off though, because that's disgusting. I feel like this is just the reality of being a mom. You almost never eat your food warm and always have to microwave it. Yeah, it's not easy. She seems to be enjoying herself. I don't know if y'all can see it, but...
¿Qué pasó?
I was trying to show you guys that I put a new thing on the window, and I am obsessed. It is so cool. It basically makes rainbows all over the house. It's amazing.
Otra vez te vamos a cambiar el pañal. Te vamos a cambiar el pañal. Sí.
But when I tell you, I don't know how I manage to forget a bib almost every single time. I don't know how I manage. It's like the number one thing that you need, and it's like the number one thing I forget all the time. So this is our third feed of the day. She will have one more feed, and then that'll be it. She has 4 feeds a day. And she had that little bit of solids. I mean, I don't really count that because honestly, she's mostly trying to get the hang of swallowing. Like, I don't think... What's going on? Okay. I don't think she can really do much yet. You know what I mean? She's biting hard. I wash my hands are clean. I just like knowing how hard she can bite. I feel like that gives me like an idea of like how strong she actually is, you know? And also, to be fair, it gives me an idea of what foods she can eat. Because if she can bite down that hard, she can definitely choose certain things. Because I'm not kidding you, I think she'd break a banana with that strength. Oh, not banana. Am I the only one that has been experiencing this lately? Where it seems like your baby, I would say she's not hungry, but she will have the rest of that bottle. But the way she will have it is going to give me so much anxiety because she's going to make a mess. It's going to get all over her. And I don't even know if she's going to eat any of it because it's going to look like she's not eating any of it. But then she's going to, with her hands, get her hands in there. What is going on with this girl? It is 5 p.m. Honestly, I feel like I'm crashing. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I feel like taking a fat nap and just calling it a day. But that's ridiculous. It's literally 5 p.m. I mean, it will be nice to get other stuff done, right? I think when you sit down and you don't do anything, you really start to crash because it just hits you. But if you like just start go, 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 you don't feel it the same way as when you stop. When you stop, you're like, whoa. Because I didn't really feel tired until now. Now I'm like, wow, could take a nap. But I've not done per se that much, like anything physical or laborious or anything like that. I shouldn't really be that tired.
¿Qué te pasa? ¿No quieres que te vean en cámara? Ya te vieron tratando de comerte mi pelo, ya te vieron.
I'm actually just gonna set her down in her little chair, and I'm gonna change her toys from that little basket to her new basket.
Let's breathe a little bit better, don't breathe like that.
I know, right? I think she's a little bit congested, maybe because of the vaccines.
Have you been a good girl or not? You know this. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Aww.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, I want more. What?
Right, that's it. Shit herself.
Woken up again. It is 6:43. I'm gonna try to put her to sleep. I don't know if to call this the 4-month sleep regression or if this is just normal.
So what I usually do, if you're wondering, is I'll go in there, I'll give her her dummy, and sometimes I'll try to hold her hand or just like caress her face, do whatever it is to try to get her to calm down and, you know, sense that like I'm here, it's safe, it's okay to go to sleep, it's okay to doze off. This time it was a little bit more difficult and I had to actually just sit there until she fell asleep, but it worked, so I can't complain.
She just manages to find a way.
¿Está dando vuelta, mi amor?
However, she will eventually get angry that she's in this position. I didn't put her in it, but she'll be angry that she's in it. And she'll start shouting until you get her out of it.
It is now 7:52, and we're about to do the last feed of the night.
Yeah, you're right about what I did.
So just curious because it definitely has happened several times and it's super weird. Every once in a while she'll wake up and her hair will be like knotted. Is that like a common thing with babies? Do like you guys go through that? Please comment down below, let me know because I'm really curious. It literally looks like her hair was fried or something, but it's knotted. How does that happen while she sleeps?
Do y'all see this? Like, what is that?
¿Te gusta tu leche? ¿Sí? ¿A ti te gusta patear? Sí, me gusta patear.
It's
Everywhere. It's disgusting.
Do you know what I love about this shirt, babe? Do you see like the white dots on it?
See him, baby.
Well, it looks just like her vomit on the side of my arm.
Doing my taxes, please.
Sorry, my bad. This will probably be the last diaper change of the night. What I usually do, because she does actually sleep through the night, so she's normally a size 2, but I change her into a size 3, because that way, if she does happen to, you know, pee a lot, because that is what will happen when she sleeps for like 11 hours, which is amazing, by the way, we love that. She will basically piss everywhere. So I make sure that she wears a size 3. So that's a pro tip. Always size up when they're sleeping through the night, because for a while I had no idea, and literally every single day we would wake up and her entire sleep sack was soaked, her clothes were soaked, and obviously that's not good for her, and it's also just a whole hassle to have to clean up. So size up through the night. Not during the day though, because they're very loose, so I wouldn't trust that things would be very safe in there, but they're big. So honestly, today's just been rough all around. It has been one day. Her little dots appear. I think they were like, Harry says apparently they might have been like from stress, like kind of like hives, I guess, from stress, like stress sweat.
Yeah, sweat.
So it is possible. It looks like it's gone down. However, now she's got like a bunch of like kind of like a rash over here, which personally I think is from milk, because she's been like kind of vomiting in her sleep, which is not good. I don't know if you want to call it vomiting, spitting up, or whatever, but it's a lot of milk and it is gross. And to be entirely honest, it's kind of like
it's like not the best consistency. So I'm like, she's definitely going through it. I think she's just having like, what's it called? Reflux. Harry said it's from stress because obviously she's teething, which you can tell because she is like flipping back and forth in bed because she's trying to go to sleep, but she's in pain. Like you can just see that she's in pain because she's just like really upset. We are going to apply some Sudocrem to these pimples to help him heal because that way they won't be there forever. Shout out to Harry's mom for bringing this over from England. This is one massive tub. So apparently these like don't come that big and it's amazing. Every time I put it on any like rash or pimple or anything like that, it goes away pretty much immediately. It's amazing. I don't put too much on though because it does have like zinc, so you don't want to put too much. I do see she does have like a couple of spots on her body. I'm gonna use the excess of what I've already dabbed and dab it on her face. That way I don't use too much, you know?
Ay, mi amor, yo te quiero tanto, yo te amo. Sí. Sí. Oh, tú eres una bebé feliz.
So we also use the Rascals brand. To be honest, these are actually amazing. These will save you loads of money, and honestly, I think they're super soft. I don't see a problem with these at all. The only thing, though, about these is that if you ever plan on like wearing a cute outfit and it's like a bit see-through, or it's like a onesie without legs, basically you will probably see this poking through because it's so big and it's really bright instead of like white. But it's comfy and it works great, and they're cheap. Well, at night and throughout the day, as you saw, I like to put Vaseline on her face. Since she spits up a lot, I feel like this kind of helps like create a barrier between the spit up and her skin, because I've noticed lately her face feels like kind of rough. I feel like that would definitely help. I know her face is really oily, don't mind me. I actually put Aquaphor on her face. It's not Vaseline, but Aquaphor Vaseline, I would say it's the same thing. I don't know if there's a difference, honestly. I mean, people say there's a difference. It looks the same to me. I don't know.
This girl deceived me. I literally thought she was knocked out. Luckily though, honestly, I pretty much just held her dummy in her mouth and she went back to sleep. If today was hard for you too, you're not alone. My day's not over and she's actually still crying. Today was one hell of a overstimulating mess. It was, don't get me wrong, lovely, and at the end of the day, it's not like anything went horribly wrong, but it definitely did not feel like a good mom day, if you get what I'm saying. There's some days where, as a mom, you feel like you've succeeded. And there's some days where as a mom you feel like you've not succeeded and you feel like you're doing a terrible job, but you're just doing the best you can, and you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days. Like, it's kind of ridiculous to expect every day to be great and expect everything to go right every single day. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, some things are out of your control. Like, for example, her waking up with those like bite marks, sweat marks, whatever you want to call them, those marks on her face, like, that was honestly like very stressful for me, because I hate when she breaks out like that, because I feel like I've done something. Like, I'm like, should I have cleaned her better? Should I have done something to, you know, prevent that? But it's like, no, I mean, I made sure she went to sleep clean, did I not? I made sure she went to bed clean. You know, I watch her in the camera. I don't, like, obviously, like, it's dark in there. I'm not, like, snooping with a flashlight trying to see, like, if she's got, like, milk on her face, you know? And even though that thing is night vision, you're not gonna see if she's got milk dribble, like, a little bit of it here. You're just not gonna see it. There's some things that are out of your control that you can't beat yourself up for. So I need to learn to do that. And I have, to be honest. I think I've tried to remember that. It still sucks. It doesn't feel good. Like, I still feel like crap. It doesn't feel good that, you know, I wanted to go to the gym today. Didn't get to. But you know what? You live, you learn. You know what I learned? I learned that, hey, if you're gonna go to the gym, her last nap, she's gonna be asleep max an hour. So good luck. Either you leave the second you put her down, or you're gonna be aware that she's gonna be up, because she's only gonna sleep for like an hour on her last nap, which Huckleberry actually told me. But Normally, she actually sleeps for like 2 hours, so it's just, oh, she'll sleep for 2 hours. But no, I misplanned and I didn't think ahead, and she only slept for like, what was it, like an hour and 12 minutes? And it was like interrupted. Like, I swear she woke up like 3 times. The good thing about her nighttime sleep is that you can pretty much just put her dummy in and she goes back to sleep. You don't actually have to worry about like her being up. It has happened, but it's not common when she's up. You gotta fight her, okay? And I don't mean like physically fight her, I mean mentally fight her. If she wants to wake up, but you know that it is nighttime and you are not trying to get up, you will stay in that bed and you will try your best to get that baby to go back to sleep, okay? Caress that baby, sob that baby, shush that baby, do whatever you can to try to get that baby to go back to sleep. It may take you a long time, but if you try, you will succeed. Sometimes it just takes holding her hand for like 10 minutes. And she will eventually fall asleep. They just struggle. They struggle to go to sleep. If you felt like an overstimulated mess, please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to build a space here where moms can breathe, laugh, and feel less alone. If you have any suggestions on what type of video like you want to see me do next, just comment down below and I'll definitely go through there. So she actually woke up again. It is 10:34. Honestly, I think she's teething really bad and I think she's struggling. Yeah, we'll see how many times she wakes up. She woke up again. It is 10:53. She was actually crying, but she went to sleep pretty quickly. I just put her dummy back in her mouth and she's pretty much good. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna get to bed. If she wakes up, I'm just gonna put her dummy in. I think she's pretty much good. I'm just gonna call it a night. Good night, peace.
What was I gonna say?
Forgot. Is it working well? Is it working well? You're a real one if you stayed till the end.